Well, hello there, good people of the 80s and 90s retro collector fandom. We are currently en route to the Isle of Sheppey in Kent, where we're going to be doing some filming with our good buddy, the Brawling Badger.
Boom!
Welcome to the 80s and 90s Retro Collector.
You're watching the 80s and 90s Retro Collector. Subscribe.
The Isle of Sheppey welcomes the Boominator and the
Next up.
Boominer.
Next up.
Boom.
Welcome to the 80s and 90s Retro Collection.
So, Nick, where are we off to?
We are off to the Isle of Sheppey, where we're meeting up with our good buddy, the Brawling Badger. We're hopefully going to get to some toy shops. We're also going to be working on some short films for his channel.
So where are we going right now, matey?
Oh, we're going to go and meet a fat guy with a big beard. He's not Father Christmas though. He's actually way cooler.
Excuse me. Have you seen a big fat? Have you seen a big fat guy with a big red beard? No. Okay. We're looking for a big fat man with a big ginger beard.
Oh. I ain't seen anyone like that, mate.
Okay, mate. Thank you. He's got to be along here somewhere. Hold on. He's not in the back of that car, is he? Jeff? No, he ain't in there. There he is.
Oh, look at him.
There he is. Oh, well, look, it's Sean.
Oh, he could look happy, couldn't he?
It's Shawn Michaels gone wrong. Look at it.
Patron saint or something, you know, you should look it up. It sounds very amusing, Sexburger Drive, it always makes me laugh, but I think it's...
We were in Los Angeles. Unbelievable, San Francisco.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Swell Borough Council. hold me in your arms. I think we're in Summer Bay. Summer Sway.
It's the green shirt guy.
There you go. Hey, Mr. Green Shirt, here guys. We're not in Kansas anymore, Nick. Boom. Seaside of Old as well. Wow.
One of the worst places I've ever been.
Yeah. It's a lot like Peckham here, isn't it?
Yeah, no one's found Peckham Beach yet. It's around here. It's around there somewhere.
Don't feed the birds a tuppence a bag. Oh, bit of working. There you go, Nick. You haven't got to miss your gym today after all, mates.
Go, give me 10, Nick. Give me 10.
Come on, Nick. Show us how it's done,
Give us 10.
matey. There we go.
Give us 10. Give us 10. Give us 10.
Ours is the greatest. So you can tell he's a bodybuilder, can't
got
you?
this.
Have you ever done bodybuilding? Or? Yeah.
Well, you know.
Loads of sit-ups and whatnot. Oh, I'll be glad to get back to Romford. I've missed the market today to come here. It's a bit too nice for me.
Right, have you chosen? Yeah. Thank you. Right, can I have just a small quickie? Yep. One, please. No, thank you.
Mr. Whippy. Oh, Mr. Whippy.
Indeed.
Gotta get one of these in Bethnal Green. The happy to chat bench. Sit here if you don't mind someone stopping to say hello. Sit here if you don't mind someone coming up and mugging you. It'd say, wouldn't it? Ooh, yummy, yummy. Ooh.
A slushy, just like old times.
Just like in the 80s and 90s.
Oh yes.
You are watching the 80s and 90s Retro Collectors. Bring it on.
Hello everyone and welcome to the 80s and 90s Retro Collector.
Kaboom! home.
We're here on the beach.
Exactly that.
In the Isle of Sheppey, the beach in the borough of Swale.
Minster Lees Beach. We're here and we're doing an on the bench style thing.
Now, what I will say is every time I'm on a beach like this, it reminds me of my favourite all-time Steven Spielberg movie, Jaws. So today, it's
50 years old this year.
Yes, it's going to be very fitting to talk about some of Spielberg's films from the 80s and 90s, E.T., Jurassic Park. Now, would you like to give us a little bit on your thoughts on him as a filmmaker?
Of course. Well, as Nick was saying, it's the 50th
anniversary.
50th
Yes.
anniversary.
Released in 1975.
Now, obviously, Jaws had at least 2 other sequels, if I remember.
I think it's had 3.
3, yeah, because I know that they did Jaws 3D. But come on now, they're not really canon. The first one is the best, and the reason why I love it, number one, the storyline's fantastic. It looks realistic, and what is my favourite part of films? Of course, the practical effects. Now, this is a film where practical effects are literally all over the place. The boats, of course, the shark in general, and you can't beat practical effects for the realism of the film. And of course, the fact that now it's a 12A is insane, because I swear that was at least a 15 when we were growing up.
Yeah, I mean, it was released, I think, in 76?
75.
75.
50 years old this year.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, of course. Now, what would you say your favourite 80s Spielberg film was, Nick?
Blimey, so how many are we talking about here? I know
E.T.
E.T. is the most famous one.
Yes, of course.
And
The Goonies.
Goonies, I do need to go back and watch the Goonies.
Was Flight of the Navigator Spielberg as well?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
But you know, it's easy to forget that kind of like, even, you know, for its time, a lot of these films, they seem like they're 10. They could be 10 a penny these days. But it's always easy to forget just how, you know, groundbreaking they were in so many ways.
That's right. Like I was saying, the practical effects in these films are fantastic, and that is the groundbreaking part of it. The fact that Spielberg wanted to prove that he could do the effects. He was like an old school James Cameron, really. He was always pushing the boundaries. One of my favourite bits in Goonies doesn't even make the main cut, and it's the Kraken / giant octopus scene when they're coming out the boat.
That's right.
There's only a few copies of that have actually put that scene in, and it's fantastic because the practical effects in there, the digital effects in that were fantastic, and it added something really cool to the end of the film, and it was quite a memorable scene, really. It made you feel like the kids were in real danger, you know. Obviously, the way they portray it is that they're being chased by the gang, and they've got all the pirates and all that sort of stuff on. But the fact that there was a genuine threat there to stop them from coming out is fantastic. I mean, maybe that was why it was cut, because maybe it was too scary for the audience they intended.
Going on to the 90s, for me, I know it's sort of obvious one, but Jurassic Park, 1993.
Yes.
It was like the Jurassic summer. It was when kind of like all of a sudden people rediscovered how cool dinosaurs were, and Jurassic Park sort of really captured that. I mean, the film. There was a lot of controversy around it at the time because they couldn't make it anything more than a PG because they wanted kids to be able to watch it
And buy the merch, etc.
Yeah, and it was, but yeah, they had the film had to have a lot of warning because a lot of it, you know, it would be downright scary for a child to go there to go and watch it, and yes, you know, you've some of the scariest moments. You've got the guy being dragged into the cage. I know we can look back now and think like the guy on the loo getting eaten by T-Rex was actually quite funny. But
Yeah.
you know, if you're watching it when you're quite young at the time, it's
quite scary.
maybe
Yeah, it's quite scary, yeah.
So yeah, there was a lot of. So yes, it wasn't without its share of controversy, but yeah, I do remember just how excited about it everyone was to go see
That's
it. And
right.
I remember going and seeing it at the cinema. To be honest with you, I'd have been 12 when it was out, and I'd have been strong, and following the storyline was quite difficult. But it was just every so often a dinosaur will turn up and terrify everyone.
That's right, yeah.
That's basically what you do. It wasn't until years later that I found out there was actually a whole storyline with the film. And what that was.
Apparently, if I remember correctly, there's only 12 minutes worth of dinosaurs in the whole film.
13 minutes.
13 minutes,
And
there
it's
you
the
go.
whole Spielberg thing of less is more.
That's
now,
right.
it was the same concept with Jaws, and then with The Lost World, they sort of went more out. But if you look at the new Jurassic Park that's at the cinemas now, it's 5 seconds in, dinosaurs, bang, bang, bang. I still love the whole Spielberg less is more, especially in regards to Jaws. You compare Jaws to Jaws 2, which is, in my opinion, terrible. Jaws 3, I gave up on it after 30 minutes.
My name is Michael Caine, and I'm going to get the bloody
Charles.
shark.
Yeah, I mean,
I only meant to blow the bloody fins off.
yes, exactly. But I mean, when you talk about Spielberg and then like films that are set around beaches in general. I mean, obviously the most obvious one, The Beach, set in Thailand.
Yeah.
You know, there's just something. I mean, what did I say to you walking along here? This would be
Yes.
perfect for one of your films. wouldn't
That's
it?
right. Yes, it would be indeed, and it's something to look forward to thinking of doing. You know, obviously, with some bad special effects and a smile, I could make, some sea monsters and stuff. So that's always worth a thought, Yeah, who knows? We did film, it was up the road actually, it wasn't quite on this beach, but we filmed the mental health film Scoopful of Life. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, with me and Kraken Media and the lovely Nick, we filmed that. So I don't know if you've ever seen that, please do check it out, guys, and Twiley, do check it out. It's quite a fun little film.
I'll be watching that tonight. Absolutely.
I play sort of a guardian angel, don't I?
You do.
Yes, yeah.
And you've been dining out on that ever since.
I know, it's very clever. But yeah, so definitely for me, Jaws is one of my favourites. Goonies is always there because it was a childhood favourite, and you've got Hey You Guys and Chunk and all that.
Yeah.
And
Goonies 2 obviously out summer next year.
Yes, supposedly we're going to get a Goonies 2, which would be fantastic. And potentially, of course, we're forgetting the main one, Gremlins.
Gremlins. Yeah.
Of course, there's potential for a Gremlins 3.
Yes.
Zach, I can't remember his second name, he's been said to be on board. They've written the script. They're just waiting for someone to give it the green light. So we'll see.
And Mark Calloway, who was obviously the Undertaker, in talks with the studio in playing a part in the new Gremlins movie. So I read.
Really?
Yeah. So I read on a forum. Yeah.
Oh.
A wrestling forum. Yeah, in talks playing one of the leads in the new Gremlins movie, The Undertaker.
Oh, that's
Because obviously
unusual.
Hulk Hogan made a cameo in Gremlins too. Didn't he?
That's correct, yeah. So perhaps be doing something like that.
Absolutely. So tell us a bit more about some of the films you're working on at the moment, Jeff, and where people can see them, matey.
Well, of
You know
course,
they love your stuff.
it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. There is a film that myself and Nick were in. Remind everyone what that was called, Nicholas?
What that?
Drained.
Drained.
Yes. Drained.
And no, it's not on Pornhub.
No, it's definitely not. It's on other video buying providers. There's also a film called People You Don't Yet Know, if I got that correctly. That's on YouTube, where me and Nick are in that. I'm constantly in the background because I was a diva on set. I want to be in every shot. And
Where was that shot, Jeff?
that was up London.
East London.
And
that
you
was
guys
up
were
London.
talking about something that sounded very interesting that I hadn't heard of yet, about a Frank Bruno project you two may hopefully be working on. Can you tell the
Well,
viewers a
who
bit
knows?
more about that?
Who knows? Who knows?
The director of Drained, the legend that is Sean Cronin, is currently working on a biopic about the boxer Michael Watson, and he has just cast Frank Bruno in it.
That's right. So that's quite a big name, big retro name.
So yes,
Yes.
we've so yeah, it's quite under it's at the moment it's still at the planning stages. I don't think they've started filming it yet.
No.
But we shall see.
We shall see.
It's just a matter of watch this space.
It's something we have our finger into, sort of in the pie, to try and get involved with. So that's going to be fun. Obviously, you know about the first Balmoral. We've spoken about that. Swaley is all being well, unless it, you know.
And we're shooting scenes today to finish
Yeah,
Balmoral too.
that's
So the
it.
people that have been putting in the comments, when's it coming out? And I'm like, sorry, I can't give that at the moment. I will be able to soon, thanks to him.
Yes, hopefully. We're looking at either Christmas or the New Year.
Welcome to the 80s and 90s Retro Collector.
And what were your thoughts, just skipping back again? Did you? I recently thought I'm going to have a Jurassic Park day, and I decided that when I watched The Lost World, which I'd last seen in '97 at the cinema, it's actually better than the first one, in my opinion. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, you know, like I was saying, I've seen the newest one, and my opinion is you can never beat the first one because of the shock of seeing the dinosaurs on screen when they come in. Like you say, the newest one, it's dinosaurs everywhere. In the first 5 minutes, you see the skeleton of the dinosaur, you see a dinosaur in New York City getting sick and all that. It's too much. Sometimes less is more. It's the same with horror films. You know, if you saw the villain, if you saw Freddy Krueger in every scene, you wouldn't be scared. If you saw Jason, Chucky, if you saw these scary characters in every scene, there's something called desensitization, and that's what happens. You get desensitized to the scares. And that's also with magical moments in cinema. You get desensitized to the fun. And it's all about dopamine, really, because when you see that dinosaur appear on the screen, you get this massive dopamine hit of wow. And it's the same with the horror and all that sort of thing. So less is more. You know, so the studios need to recover that. And it's actually, joking aside, it's actually cheaper for them to do that because there'd be less special effects. Yeah? Build more on the storyline and less special effects. That's why Marvel isn't as good as it used to be. Because to begin with, it was storyline with a bit of special effects here and there and a big battle at the end. You know, now it's just boom, 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 boom all the time.
I love that. Boom, 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 boom. Can we do a boom, please?
Of course we can.
And
boom!
Right,
That's right.
SummerSlam. Did you watch it, or was that a silly question?
No, of course it's a silly question. I watched both nights before I went away to Scotland.
Thoughts on SummerSlam?
First night, fantastic. Second night, gimmick matches, too much.
Yes.
And of course, we know the Valkyrie versus Becky Lynch match was a flop because I don't know if you were watching closely enough, but the zip ties that she had around her hand loosened, and then she had to go under the ring for the person to retie them. But once that's happened, the magic's gone. She might as well have thrown them out and gone, haha, I'm free, and they should have changed the style of the match. So my opinion is, first night was golden, second night was a bit wishy-washy. If they're gonna start doing these 2 night things, 2 nights of WrestleMania, 2 nights of SummerSlam, 2 nights of Backlash, whatever, they need to make sure that they're on point. Apparently the next one that's going to be a 2-nighter is the Royal Rumble, because then you have a whole women's night and a whole men's night.
Do you think this is, I mean, this is probably a silly question, is it all about, I mean, because everything with this Netflix, it's advertising, it's making money. Do you think that we need 2 nights of SummerSlam? Do we need 2 nights?
They're just trying to milk it for all it's worth.
It's being milked, obviously, though, and the amount of fans in some of the forums that I talk to, and they're sickened by it. Like, the ring is smothered with advertisements. How long before the wrestlers are walking to the ring with an advertisement on their pants? I mean, well, it's 2 in your face, isn't it? Adverts.
Apparently that's going to happen. Yeah, and I'll tell you exactly why, because I'm in contact with people in the wrestling world and I talk to people, just like you do.
Sure you do.
But TKO are $3 billion in debt.
Really?
So, even though they're making lots of money, the whole company of TKO, because they're buying up AAA, they're potentially buying TNA, they're trying to beat AEW, they're buying up all these companies, they're actually in debt by $3 billion.
That's what happens when you try and take over everything.
That's right. So this is why they're doing 2 nights of SummerSlam, 2 nights of WrestleMania, and this is why
It's taken the magic out of it, though.
yeah,
I mean,
and this is why it's £1,000 a ticket, because they're trying to get out of debt. Hopefully, once that
who's
sort
paying
of calms down.
£1,000 to go and watch a house show of Raw at the O2?
I know it's mad, but also I will tell you that, I mean, I'm not too sure on the name, but I know that I think we're keeping the Netflix package, but in America, Disney have bought some of the rights.
Really?
And I think, yeah, so Disney have bought some of the rights. So in America, you have to pay for pay-per-views or
Still.
whatever. Yes.
Right.
Well, not even that. You didn't before. Now you're going to have to.
They're dropping the ball very quick, aren't they?
Yeah.
At the start, we had a bit of like, you know, a bit of the feel of the Attitude Era, but now it's I don't know. Give me 1993 WWF with Vince McMahon as your host on there and your colour commentator any day. I'm still like cringing when and Wade Barrett as one of the colour commentaries. It's just not got the magic there. I know it's not just because I'm older either.
Yeah.
I mean,
for me, I do love the modern product, but it does upset me the fact that I'll never be able to go and see it because of the inflated prices.
well, how many people? I mean, £1,000 a ticket. So
Yeah.
It's worth a bit more. Oasis were charging me.
You know,
they were
and
£8.50, wasn't it?
I know, yeah. And also, you know, if you do get the cheapest seats, I've seen someone did a video of them in the nosebleeds. You can barely see the screen.
That's right.
You can't, let alone the ring. You can't even see the screen that they're projecting on to watch. So
I think you've got people that want to go to night 1 and 2, and
that's it.
a lot of them are selling off. I've noticed on eBay, a lot of them are selling like their signed programs and T-shirts because they've sort of broke the bank attending these
That's
WrestleManias,
it.
and now they've got to sell the stuff they got signed because they're broke. Got to pay the credit card bills.
Yeah.
I mean,
This
we
is
didn't hear
insane.
stories about that in 1993, did we? Or when I went to Wembley Stadium, I mean, it was 80 quid a ticket.
Well, we
back
didn't
in
have
92.
eBay back then.
We didn't
Yeah.
have eBay back then, no, of course. So,
No.
Yeah, I mean, your fault. I know you're not the biggest wrestling fan, Nick, but what your fault on it is it's just a case of milking it, isn't it?
I think it is. The thing is, it's like they know they've got some. It's like they don't really know how to milk it. You know, and the trouble is that they might be better off doing it as like a one-night event that is going to appeal to more people and probably going to sell a lot more merch than trying to stretch it out over a longer period, which
Yeah.
in the long run, you know, it will cost them more. you
Yeah,
know?
it really does depend on if both nights make both the money. The upside of doing it both nights, though, is now if you think of it as a company and you think of it as an employee, if there was only one night, you might not get a spot on SummerSlam, but they might say to you, Nick, you're not on night 1, but you're on night 2, so you're keeping your job because you're on the second night. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is where I think it is good that they do the 2 nights, because more wrestlers get a chance to shine and get a chance to be on the shows.
In regards to that, then, yeah. Have you seen the new Netflix documentary where the curtains pulled on?
Yes, unreal, yes.
What was your thoughts?
Well, my original thoughts are that some of it, believe it or not, is staged, because the way it's even called, it's called Unreal. So if you dismantle what it's called, some of it's real, like CM Punk and Rhea Ripley crying and her mental health issues and things like that. Some of it's real, but other parts of it, I think they're faked for the show. So it's like a twisted thing. It's like a double-ended thing. You think they're revealing something, but really they're not. You know, that's my thoughts on
It's
it.
kind of like The Only Way is Essex.
That's right,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
They're only showing you what they want you to see and how you want to see it.
Very carefully crafted, and
Yeah.
And the thing with CM Punk, you know, getting emotional, bless him, because from a child he wanted a headline WrestleMania, main event WrestleMania. Would you say? I mean, the ending of that match wasn't the dream for somebody
No.
wanting a headline WrestleMania, was it?
No, and a lot of people now have come up in arms and in defence of CM Punk, So don't be shocked if he wins the title back soon.
I hope he does.
Because Seth is, you know, not very well liked in the locker room at this present moment.
Yes.
Going back to the documentary stuff though, if you do want to watch a good wrestling documentary, I mean it's quite old now, but it's a lot more realistic and a lot truer than Unreal, and that's called Beyond the Mat.
My favourite documentary.
Yes, please do check that out, and it involves Jake the Snake Roberts, and it involves a lot of the old school guys and what they really went through. So, you know, please
WWE tried to sue them because it was so real, and
that's right, yeah.
And Jake tried to sue the director for portraying him in a certain light, but it was only the truth. And you know, he's since said that they were buying him the drugs or something to wrestle and to be involved with it. There's so many different stories you hear, especially in that wrestling community. Yeah. There's a lot of BS, isn't there?
That's right, and I will tell you now that Jake is clean now, and he looks brilliant.
Yeah, I met Jake in February at the Love of Wrestling. He most certainly is clean.
Yeah, so please do check out that, and as a very historic thing. A big shout out to the lovely 80s and 90s retro collector, Mr. Swaley.
Thank you, sir.
Big thank you to Nick. I've got a summer cold filled, and a big chat. Thank you to, of course, myself for joining us, and a big shout out to you guys for watching.
Hello everybody, you are watching the 80s and 90s Retro Collector. Make sure you subscribe. Wah!